Hi, Mosier students. It's Mrs. Cassio again with another reading strategy. Today, we are going to be talking about making connections. So let's begin. So, this is another strategy that you can do as you read your independent reading book to make you understand or to help you understand your story better. Today, we're talking about making connections. So, as you read today, think about your own life and a connection you can make to the book you are reading. Does something in the story remind you of something that has happened to you? To help you make these connections, I want you to watch this video and then I will explain to you what your job is and the assignment you will be giving to your teacher.
Hi, I'm Ava. Take a look at the puzzle I've been working on. It's made up of over 500 pieces, but when I'm done, it's going to look like a giant grizzly bear being chased by bees. Each piece connects to another piece just perfectly to create a larger picture. But without some of the pieces, the puzzle wouldn't be complete. It's so fun to take two things and connect them together because it can turn into something super awesome. That's just like when I'm reading. As I read, I can make connections to the things I'm reading, and it helps me to get a better picture of what's going on in the book. Just like puzzle pieces, I can connect one part of the book to something I know, and it helps me to complete the larger picture in my mind. Let me tell you what I mean. Readers can use strategies to help them better understand the stories they read. One of these strategies is called making connections. There are three types of connections that you can make when you're reading. The first type of connection is called text to self. Have you ever read something that reminded you of things going on in your own life? For example, imagine you're reading a story about a boy who was learning to ride a scooter. But when he got on a scooter for the first time, he fell down and scraped his knee. You might start thinking about a time that you fell off your scooter. That's making a text to self connection. By thinking about your own experiences with riding a scooter, you can better understand how the boy in the story felt. And you might guess what he will do next. Making text to self connections helps put ourselves into the story. And when we do, the picture becomes complete, just like my puzzle. Another type of connection we can make is called text to text. This is when something you are reading reminds you of another book that you read or listened to. When you're reading, you might say, "Hey, that reminds me of another book I've read." One time, I was reading a book about spiders. The author said that spiders can be all different shapes and sizes. That reminded me of another book where I learned that the largest spider is called the giant huntsman. It can be up to 12 inches. Making this connection helped me to understand what the author meant about spiders being different sizes. The last kind of connection that readers make is called text to world. When we say world, we mean anything going on around you. Text to world connections happen when something you read reminds you of someone you know or even someone famous. Or what you read can remind you of a place or things going on in your community or around the world. One time, I read a book about firefighters. It reminded me of something I saw on the news. There was a huge fire in a large apartment building in the city. The firefighters had to rush to the scene and were able to get everyone out safely and put out the fire. Remembering what I saw on TV helped me to fully understand what it looks like to see firefighters in action. Let's review. We learned that readers can use a strategy called making connections to help them better understand what they're reading. We can connect the book that we are reading to our own life. This is called a text to self connection. We can also connect the book that we are reading to other books that we read in the past by making a text to text connection. And of course, what we read can make us think about things going on in the world around us. This is called making a text to world connection. Making connections when we read is fun because you get to think about all the things that you already know. And when you think about what you know, it helps you to understand the story better. Putting all your connections together with the book helps you to complete the puzzle to reveal an amazing picture. Speaking of puzzles, I better get back to mine.
So now let's give it a try. We're going to make connections to the story you are reading. So as you read today, think about something in your book that reminds you about something in your own life. Notice something in the story that reminds you of another book you have read. Did you read something in your story that reminds you of something in the world around you? Thinking about parts of the story that remind you of your own life will help you understand the story better and remember the important details. So let's just quickly review. An event in the story you are reading happens to your main character or other characters. Then, this event reminds you of something in your own life. Now you have made a connection. Today, when you finish reading, tell your teacher something you read about that is similar to something in your own life. Complete the I Made a Connection assignment. It is quick and easy. So, today, as you're reading, you're going to pay attention to the important details and events, pay close attention to the main character, and think about your own life and what is similar to yourself and what is happening in the book you are reading. So, happy reading, and until next time, enjoy those independent books. See you soon.